In 2025, America's housing market faces a storm unlike anything seen in decades. Across the nation, once booming cities are watching home prices fall, neighborhoods empty out, and for sale signs multiply like wildfire. What triggered this sudden reversal? Skyrocketing interest rates, job losses, or the lingering aftershocks of years of reckless growth? In this video, we uncover the 10 U.S. cities on the brink of a housing market collapse, revealing the warning signs, the hidden risks, and the real reasons why these communities may soon become ground zero for America's next real estate disaster. Number 1. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix was once the crown jewel of America's Sunbelt. Boom, where housing developments rose as fast as the desert sun. But in 2025, the city faces a dangerous reality. Oversupply meets shrinking demand as mortgage rates climb, buyers vanish, and prices begin to tumble. Add record-breaking summer heat and water scarcity, and families question whether life here is sustainable at all. Once fueled by migration and growth, Phoenix now teeters on the edge of a housing correction. The dream of affordable desert living fades, leaving a city at risk of becoming ground zero for the housing CR. Number 2. Lake Charles, Louisiana. Lake Charles has weathered hurricanes, economic downturns, and oil industry shocks, but 2025 brings a new threat: housing prices sliding into decline. Years after storms like Laura and Delta, scars remain on homes and neighborhoods. Recovery slowed, unemployment rose, and young families left for stronger job markets. Now, housing demand collapses while supply lingers, pushing prices lower. Even the city's cultural charm, Creole cuisine, Cajun festivals, Gulf Coast beauty cannot stop the exodus. With job losses and climate risks converging, Lake Charles faces a future where empty homes and falling values replace the optimism of growth and rebuilding. Number 3. Provo, Utah. Nestled in Utah Valley with mountain views and a booming tech scene, Provo seemed unstoppable. Housing prices skyrocketed through the 2010s, turning modest homes into luxury investments. But in 2025, reality sets in: wages haven't kept pace. Interest rates crush affordability, and new developments outstrip demand. Once a magnet for families and students, Provo now struggles with vacant units and falling rents. Layoffs in tech ripple through the market, drying up buyers. A city built on growth faces its harshest test yet. Can Provo avoid becoming another symbol of America's housing bubble bursting? The odds, experts warn, aren't good. Number 4. Tucson, Arizona. Tucson's cultural mix, desert landscapes, and university life made it Arizona's quieter, affordable alternative to Phoenix. But the pandemic-era boom pushed prices up nearly 50%, leaving local wages far behind. By 2025, rising mortgage rates, stagnant incomes, and relentless summer heat strain residents. Water shortages spark debates about long-term livability, while listings sit unsold for months. Once a city of retirees, students, and budget-minded families, Tucson now sees affordability vanish before its eyes. Experts warn this imbalance: high prices, low wages. Harsh climate creates the perfect storm for a housing downturn that could redefine life in the Sonoran Desert. Number 5. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque, known for its sunsets, art scene, and southwestern charm, now faces a darker reality. Housing prices doubled over the last decade as our tough state buyers poured in, but the boom left locals struggling. By 2025, with incomes stagnant and interest rates high, demand collapses. Young workers leave for better job markets, while crime concerns scare away newcomers. Oversupply grows as homes linger unsold, landlords slash rents, and sellers cut prices. Albuquerque's culture remains rich: balloon festivals, adobe neighborhoods, but even that can't hide the signs of a housing bubble losing air fast, leaving residents bracing for what comes next. Number 6. West Palm Beach, Florida West Palm Beach. Once a Florida paradise for retirees and investors, now stands on shaky ground. Housing prices soared 60% during the pandemic. But rising insurance premiums, hurricane risks, and economic slowdowns chill the market in 2025. Median home prices outpace local incomes, forcing families to reconsider Florida dreams. Sellers cut prices as listings pile up, while investors eye safer states. Tourism still thrives, but housing demand crumbles under costs no one predicted. Beneath the palm trees and ocean views, West Palm Beach faces the same fate as other overvalued markets: the crash that follows the fevered boom. Number 7. Dallas, Texas. Dallas became a poster child for growth, fueled by tech jobs, corporate relocations, and a flood of newcomers from costly states. But in 2025, its housing boom hits a wall. Home prices climbed far beyond local wages, while overbuilding created sprawling suburbs now struggling with unsold homes. Rising mortgage rates squeeze buyers, forcing steep discounts across neighborhoods. Dallas's economy remains strong, but remote work reversals and slowed migration cooled demand sharply. Once a symbol of Texas opportunity, Dallas now risks becoming a case study in how fast real estate dreams can crumble when supply, demand, and costs collide. Number 8. Miami, Florida. Miami dazzled investors, celebrities, and international buyers for decades. Luxury condos, waterfront estates, and glittering skylines sold fast off in sight unseen. But 2025 brings reckoning. Rising seas, flooding risks, and soaring insurance premiums collide with overpriced real estate and fewer foreign investors. Median incomes lag far behind housing costs, leaving locals locked out while sellers chase fewer buyers. Tourism still fuels the economy, but speculation has cooled. Miami remains glamorous, but its housing market teeters on the edge. A victim of climate threats and financial overreach that could turn South Florida's boomtown into the epicenter of a nationwide correction. Number 9. Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville. The music city grew from cultural hub to booming real estate market in record time. But fast growth brought inflated home prices, overbuilding, and affordability crises. By 2025. Young families flee soaring costs. Investors retreat, and listings linger longer than ever. Traffic, rising taxis, and living expenses chip away at the city's appeal, while developers who bet big on endless demand face shrinking returns. Nashville's music still plays on, but its housing market hits sour notes, proof that even America's trendiest cities can stumble when growth outpaces wages. Planning and long-term economic fundamentals. Number 10. Denver, Colorado. Denver's mountain views and outdoor lifestyle fueled a decade-long housing surge. But in 2025, the boom slows sharply. Prices outpaced wages, inventory piled up, and newcomers chose cheaper alternatives in nearby states. Wildfire risks, drought pressures, and soaring insurance premiums add costs few predicted. Remote work reversals and tech layoffs shrink buyer demand further. The result? Homes sitting longer, sellers slashing prices, and a market cooling fast. Denver's appeal endures ski slopes, sunshine, craft beer, but its housing market now faces reality. Inflated prices can't defy gravity forever. A correction here feels less like if and more like when.